After reading chapter 15, describe an activity or lesson you would create to introduce your students to fractions. I like Legos. Everyone likes Legos. Everyone has Legos, so they're easy to obtain. So I would give the kids a bunch of stacks of Legos. I would show them the lesson by stacking them on top of one another. For example, if there are 3 yellow Legos and 7 blue Legos, the fraction would either be 3/10 or 7/10. It's very easy to see, and they can feel it and touch it, kind of a STEM activity. After reading chapter 16, what is one misconception mentioned in the chapter that you are most interested in? Explain how you would go about correcting this misconception in the classroom. Chapter 16 talks about common misconceptions to decimals. Decimals can be a tricky concept for students. My 2T right now is having trouble deciding whether or how to round to the next number. She's fine with rounding till you throw a decimal or a positive or negative in, and then it changes where 0 is for her. She gets all kerbobbled and confused. It's important to teach to this misconception. For example, one common misconception is that 100% is as high as percentage goes. However, something can very easily be 300% bigger than what you start with. Again, I'd use Legos to show them. One stack will have 5 Legos on it. The next stack will have 20. The stack with 20 Legos is 300% bigger than the original stack. And you can show that to them. You can break it apart. This is why. Okay, fractions, decimals, and percents are challenging. One strategy to help students better understand these concepts is virtual manipulatives. So on GeoGebra, there were some manipulatives that I found. One of them that I found useful and that I will definitely use in my classroom is pie charts. I know they kind of look like pizzas. You said don't use pizzas, but I do think they're so effective, and they're not pizzas. So this is cool because virtually it says, for example, the tool I liked on GeoGebra was using pie graphs. It's so nice to see them. If 1/2 plus 2/4 is given, then this, shouldn't have clicked on it. Then this pie chart and this pie chart will raise, and they will show that one plus that one. And you will see the area that it will be with a dotted line that they are adding, so that the student can very clearly see that it's a half plus a half, which is a no-brainer, super simple. They can see that it's a whole. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And the riveting bibliography page. Have a good night.